On today's episode of the Hangout, the first place Raptors keep it rolling against the Chicago Bulls. We go big game hunting in Philly with Embiid after the Sixers made their move. And the new Cavs. LeBron's got some soldiers, but does he have a chip in the wings? Hangout! Basketball fans, welcome to Canada's home for talking hoops. This is the Hangout. I am Akil, Augustine, and as always, I got three weirdos talking about basketball. On the end of the couch, my brother from another mother, a man who is expecting his third and fourth child, so do not be surprised if he just gets off the couch and runs off the set because he's been called.
It might be an emergency, man.
Massiah.
It might be an emergency.
Listen, I have one ask of you today. Stop looking at yourself in the preview monitor of this show.
Got you.
Thank you.
New set, nice set, by the way.
All right,
I like it. I like
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
You may not have seen this guy on TV for a while, except for maybe a half hour ago when he was dressed completely differently. He is the American-Canadian, Will Strickland.
That's right.
How you doing, baby?
You know what it is, maintaining daily ops.
All right, that's it every time. And the #1 referee in York region.
Yes, it's
My
so
man,
true.
you got my vote.
Kashif,
You got my vote.
Thank you.
Sports producer, of course, with TF said, quickly, are you really the #1?
I'm the number one. I'm the number one. I've been told that by my
I'm
peers,
verifying it. He's the
by
number
people
one
in.
ref.
First off, refs hate
man.
you.
No, man.
I'm not so sure. I'll ask around. Let's jump into it,
My
though.
nose, man.
The Toronto Raptors play the Chicago Bulls, a team that, they're a little exciting now. They got Chris Dunn back. They're getting their thing going. 122-98, the final score. They beat them down. The Raptors had 38 assists in this game. And if you understand the history of the Raptors, that's big news because they've been iso ball for years. They're 2 games ahead of the Celtics for first place in the Eastern Conference right now. Vidal, Massiah. Does first place mean anything right now?
Yes and no. I mean, it's
wow, ultimate non-answer.
yes and no. It's great to be
Yes
first because
and
being
no.
first is obviously your goal at the beginning of the season. But the playoffs, at the end of the day, you got to go through Cleveland. You got to go through Boston. At the end of the day.
Well, if you're #1, you'll have home court. You won't have to go through that.
Okay, well, at some point you have to play these teams. So it's great to be in first, and the Raptors have an amazing season. Love the ball movement, love the adjustment of the offense, but it's still gonna be tough either way.
So you're not. It's not that big to you.
It's important,
So basically, he's refusing to answer the question. He won't pick a side.
Put it this way: I'm sure the team isn't stuck up on being #1.
No, they don't care.
Exactly. That's my point.
That wasn't your point because you didn't.
That is my point.
All right, so your point now. Will, we'll let you have the final words. So we're gonna go to Kashif next. Your opinion?
Yo, honestly, man, it's like I have to
lie to us, please.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me be honest with you, Akil, man. Let me break it down.
You can't agree with me. He hates when people do that.
But I gotta Akil. I gotta agree with you. You know why? Because
Of course he would, because he thinks he's the #1 ref in York region.
But it's true though, man. You know what I mean? LeBron James, he's a beast. When it comes playoff time, that's who the Raptors got to take care of. And the thing is, being #1 doesn't make a difference because the Cleveland Cavaliers don't care where they fall.
But if this team, so your argument, okay, well,
See, that's the issue, right? Is that you guys are talking about all these other teams, and we're talking about the Raptors right now. And it matters right now that the Raptors are in first place because it's not a place they've been often. And once you get there, it's about keeping it. And there's I don't want to say stigma.
So
there's an aura. But no, I'm saying, wait. In February, it means nothing to most
February,
people.
exactly. I mean,
Wait, but to the Raptors, you have to look at the history of the Raptors. And, being in first place a couple of times or whatever, it means something. It means more now because they have a more complete team. And now they really feel like they have a real opportunity in the East to win it all.
You know what, man?
That means something to it. February, March, April, come May.
what does it mean, big picture, Will?
Well, I can tell you guys one thing. One thing that comes with the #1 seed if you finish the season with it is home court advantage. And you guys are talking about a team that struggled to beat the Cavs. Having home court advantage in that
That does matter. That point does matter. I agree.
Okay, cool.
So that's where we are, right? We're talking about the Raptors right now. Of course, we know you still have to beat that team in Cleveland at the LeBron Raymond James Invitational, the Eastern Conference Finals.
100%.
We're talking Raptors this season. It's finals.
Yeah.
Right.
Finals.
This is the finals
that's
time you've ever considered that.
It's not. I think as a city, we're tired of getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, let's not say tired. You've done it once.
Okay, great. But I'm saying with every year we've kind of been there, and I think this is the year.
No, but I'm saying I think the year they went to Eastern Conference Finals was fool's gold because they jumped the line a little bit. Now they're ready. Now they have the bench, one of the best benches in the league. They've developed their G League team so much so that second
given the
unit,
landscape, this is their window, right? This is their
this
window.
is the start of their window.
No, this is the window. Given the landscape in terms of what's happening,
I think it's the start of their window.
I know.
This is it.
I think this is the start. I don't think it's the end. I think Dwayne Casey's
not the
done
end.
a
It's
great
definitely
job.
it's definitely not the end.
This is the real window for them to take that shot.
Hold on, wait.
This year is it.
Let me throw something out here. You guys are talking about the fact that the Toronto Raptors actually have a shot at not only just the Eastern Conference Finals, but the overall NBA Finals. So I got to turn my attention to a guy who's gotten a lot of flack in his tenure in Toronto, which is one Dwayne Casey, who they said was a defensive coach, couldn't run an offense. Now they look like an extremely efficient offensive team. Will he be the coach of the year? How much consideration should he get? I'll start with the most hyperbolic person on the panel, Kashif. Go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, Dwayne Casey needs to get his recognition, man. You know what, man? For the pieces that he's using to get to where he's gotten, and he's
You don't like these pieces?
You know what? The thing is, I wasn't impressed with the pieces.
Okay.
And you know what? The Raptors weren't even in the conversation for number 1 and number 2 seed. It was always Cleveland or Boston. And now the Raptors came out of nowhere. Now they're number 1. And the thing is, give credit to Dwayne Casey, because the thing is, with these players coming off the bench.
Okay, no praise. Will he get it? Will he get it?
No, he won't, because they'll
Thank you.
shortchange
That's
him.
what I've been waiting for.
They'll shortchange him as usual.
They'll shortchange him? You don't think he's getting it?
No, he won't.
Agree, disagree?
I don't know. I mean, he definitely deserves to be in. I mean, he's done a fabulous job. It's not,
100%.
you know, coaching is not easy. You know, like you get a roster, he's completely adjusted the style of play. The fact that it's working, they maintain some kind of identity on defense.
So for Vidal Massiah, is Dwayne Casey the coach of the year?
Absolutely. I mean,
Will he
the job
get it?
he's done in Toronto, I'm not sure. I don't know, man. It's tough.
Is someone else better?
Depending upon where they end up at the end of this season, if they're in first place, they win the East, Dwayne Casey is easily the coach of the year in the National Basketball Association.
I hope so.
And I think that if you look at the progression in his program, which is what he likes to call it, it's been exactly what he said it was going to be. Shout out to Massiah Jury, who also said we need a culture change. That happened. The ball moved more. There's more body movement and ball movement in Toronto now. Less ISO ball. You see the 38 assists tonight.
Wait. We got to go to break, but I'm going to thank Will for that beautiful segue, because I'm going to lead right into my next thing, which is culture change in Africa. And that's what Massiah Ujiri has been all about. Just some quick news. You guys have heard of Giants of Africa, the documentary. Well, your man Massiah is in LA tonight, premiering it for the West Coast, but it will soon be on video on demand, wherever you watch your videos. An amazing story about the rise of basketball in Africa and what it's doing to change the continent.